Before we discuss calories and serving sizes in more detail, let's recap a few nutrition tips. One key is to balance your calories. You're thinking about energy in and energy out. Enjoy food in managed portions. Avoid oversized portions, which is especially important in restaurants in the US. Eat more often of healthy choices rather than eating further apart. And idealistically, make half your plate fruit and vegetables. Some more nutrition tips include opting for low-fat dairy, and focusing on whole grains, comparing sodium in different food options, and choosing water or other unsweetened beverages over sugary drinks. These are just a few ways you can incorporate healthy eating into your daily life, and what works for you will look different from person to person. Take a moment here to pause and discuss or reflect on your own about changes you have made in the past that were helpful to guide you in your healthy journey and guide you in feeling better with the food that you eat before we continue. Beyond portion sizes, calories are an important factor in building a healthy diet. It's important to think about the calories in the food that you're eating. Take a look at the table on the screen, which will show you the approximate calorie range you should be aiming for. In the first column, you'll find your age range on the table. Then think about your activity level. Are you sedentary, which means light physical activity associated with typical day-to-day life? Are you moderately active, which means you have 30 to 60 minutes a day of moderate physical activity? Or are you active, which means you have 30 to 60 minutes a day of moderate physical activity in addition to day-to-day life? From these two categories, you can find out how many calories are recommended for your age, your gender, and your activity level. Take a look at the chart. For example, if you are 52 and you are moderately active, you're recommended to eat 2,400 calories as a man or 1,800 calories as a woman. Are you surprised by this number? Now that you know how many calories you should be eating, let's move on to describe what actually makes up a calorie. Now that you know about how many calories you should be eating for your age, activity level, and gender, it's important to understand what a calorie really is. Scientifically speaking, a calorie is the amount of energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius. Practically, it's simply the unit used to measure the amount of energy supplied by food. When we talk about calorie balance, we mean making sure that we have enough calories to support the energy we need for all of our activities, while making note of a lack of or excess of calories that could lead to weight loss or be stored as weight gain. So again, a calorie is a measure unit to describe the energy your body gets from food. Some states require chain restaurants to list calories on their menus. This is a big help in becoming more aware of the calorie content of our meals. But when you cook at home or eat out at a different restaurant that doesn't have calories on the menu, it's helpful to have some general guidelines for estimating calories. To do so, it's helpful to understand calorie density. So what is calorie density? Calorie-dense foods contain a large number of calories relative to the portion size. For example, they pack a lot of calories in each bite. Examples of calorie-dense foods could include cookies, cakes, donuts, chips, pretzels, and fried food, particularly because of oil usage. Non-calorie-dense food contain more water, fiber, and air, but less fat for portion size. This means you can eat more of the food without having as many calories. Some examples of non-calorie-dense foods include fruit, vegetables, broth, lean proteins like fish and chicken, and some sorts of grains. Fat intake alone does not make someone fat, and eating calorie-dense foods does not always lead to weight gain. But fat has the greatest calorie content of the macronutrients. There are 3 main types of macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And fats have the greatest calorie content. And so they can add up quickly. This is something to keep in mind when cooking at home or choosing what you'd like to eat while going out to eat. Take a look at the 2 photos below and estimate how much of each of the 2 you could eat if you only wanted to consume 200 calories. You can use whatever method of measurement makes the most sense to you. The number of items, a handful, a cup. Just think about how there can be different amounts of calories and different portion sizes of food, and pause and discuss with the workshop. We'll continue in the next video.